Hello traders, today's November 14th and I'm going to show you the Blueprint software. It's swing trading as well as day trading software that uses price action. Before we begin, remember that trading is risky. Please don't trade with funds you cannot afford to lose. There are risks involved with trading. The Blueprint software was developed some time ago. I included it with the Accelerated Mentorship class as well as mentorship. And the Blueprint software is intended for the traders who want a combination of swing trading as well as day trading. So I'll show you a couple of different time frames where we could use the Blueprint. Now the back end of the Blueprint, let me just show you here, is looking at a breakout from these shaded areas of red and blue. Now the important part of the Blueprint is that we can dictate the multiplier. How far away is the entry going to occur? So if it's too far away, it doesn't make sense. That means the move is typically over. If we're entering too close, it may be a false breakout. So I have here the maximum distance multiplier as being 1.5 times. So if the market sees this shaded area, which is created by the Blueprint software, and then it moves away or breaks out, then it should give you a signal within 1.5 times the distance. So it's very simple. It's based off of price action. We also have, for the traders who want to get in a little bit earlier, you can use either 1 or 2 or more consecutive candles for the actual trigger as well. So there's a combination of a distance as well as how many candles to plot. And that's it. There's nothing else you have to do. As you can see, there's no other optimization. That's all it is. It's just these two inputs, and usually I keep them defaulted anyway, especially if you're day trading. You want to use at least 2 candles that are moving away from the area, and you don't want to enter too close or too far away, so 1.5 times. Okay, so if you look here at what's happening, we have this shaded area here, and then the market starts to move away. You have a signal. So again, the reason for the signal, I like to explain how these things work because it's important. The reason for the signal is because from this area you have 2 candles that have plotted. It's less than 1.5 times the distance. That's the reason for the signal. The same thing is true if you look at this signal here. This shaded area in comparison to this short, so it says Blueprint short, is 45.1375 because it's starting to go lower, less than 1.5 times. There's more than 2 candles, or at least 2 candles that are closing outside of this area. In this case, it's lower. You have a signal. Same thing, long right there. So you see these blue and red areas are indicating that the market is going down or going up, and then it's moving away from it. And that's the reason for the signal. So it's a really good piece of software. I don't do a lot of videos on it. I include it with Accelerated Mentorship. So the mentorship students have the Blueprint software already, and it's actually underrated. There's a lot of great signals and a lot you can do with the software. So this is a 1-minute chart. So let's take a look at, for example, a 5-minute chart. So we'll look at a 5-minute chart. And so this is a 5-minute chart for today. And we have here a long signal to go long right over here, and we have another long signal to go here, and actually another long signal. Let's see if I can unlock this. I'm not sure if I can, but these are all separate signals. So this signal relates to this signal relates to that, and there's nothing else. Oh, actually, if the market continues here, you're going to see a signal to go short, right? So this is the area that the software calculated, and now you're going to see a signal to go short there in about, what is it, 12, in about a couple minutes. We'll see that. Actually, we'll see it live. So that's good. So that's a 5-minute chart. Let's take a look at a 15-second chart. You know what? I don't do that a lot. Let's do 15 seconds. So this is 15 seconds, and 15 seconds obviously is very fast. And you have this area, the short. You have this area here, which is a long, right? This area here, you have a long. You have here this area, and then you have a short, and then you have this area, and then you have a long. So if you look at and try to understand what's happening, this area right over here was created. The market starts to move away from it. Signal generated, you're short. This area here is created. Market starts to move now up. Blueprint long. So this is a short, this is a long, and that is a 15-second chart. So we did a 1 minute. Let's go back to the 5 minute. Yeah, the 5 minute chart right here. You see, I anticipated that this was going to be a short signal because it's coming from this area. 1, 2, less than 1.5 times the distance, and now we're short. Let me see who's texting me. Okay, my phone is blowing up here. Okay, so that is the 5 minute chart. I showed you the 1 minute chart. I showed you the 15-second chart. It's pretty powerful. Now, I don't trade overnight, but if you do want to trade overnight, these are the signals. I think sometimes if the market is too slow, and how do I know that? I use the ATR, the average true range, and you can learn more about it with the previous videos that I've done. About 600 videos now that I've put out, and you can learn a lot from them. Okay. So that is the 5 minute, and this is a good trade to go short. Okay, what about a hourly chart? Wow, nothing. All right, so no signal on an hourly chart. Let me just remove some of the arrows, and let's take a look at a 15-minute chart, let's say. Okay, so on the 15-minute chart, again, more swing trading. This is one signal just long for today. Obviously, the larger the time frame, the less signals you have because it's more swing trading. The shorter the time frame, like 1 minute, 5 minute, I showed you a 15-second chart. The same thing, you have more signals, right? So this is just one signal. It's a good signal there. Daily, let's take a look at daily. All right, so this is a daily chart. Because the days, instead of waiting 2 days for the actual signal to populate, on a larger time frames, I recommend just 1 bar instead of 2. So when we use just 1 bar, we have here the shaded area, and then it breaks out, and there's the short. You have the shaded area, and then it broke out short. So on a daily chart, I think it's more important that we get the direction right instead of waiting an extra day. When it's moved already a certain distance, it may not be worth getting into the trade. So 1 candle is good enough on a daily chart, but on a smaller time frame, like we looked at the 5 minute, instead of using 1 candle, which as you can see here, it's just 1 candle getting in, I like to use 2 because I'm a little concerned about false breakouts in a shorter time frames, if that makes sense to everyone. So this is the blueprint. The links are going to be in the description for the blueprint software. If you're interested, we include it with accelerated mentorship. That way you have all the software in one package. Don't forget about Black Friday. And if you have any questions, visit DayTradeToWin.com, give me a call or send me an email. Happy to answer your questions. Until next time, good trading. Looks like you stayed till the end. That means you need to subscribe to the DayTradeToWin YouTube channel. The links for our products are in the description. Check out the videos on the blueprint and mentorship, and join our next class of traders who focus on price action. I'll see everyone at the next video, and good trading.